Wasn't that a nice song? You know, that all those folk musics, they're from like, from old generation, but it's been passed down, down, and down, and it still exists till today. And so many young minds with great romance and passion, eventually, they have their own taste of music. But in respect of all those old traditional folk music, they somehow they come up with their own way to make a new creative song that is still has that old melodies, but with new texture, aesthetics, flavor, and emotion. All those wonderful stuff for the music. Anyway, the next song is gonna be a little bit different, because the last song was also supposed to be written for the waltz. I also going to give another example of waltz music with another set of romance. Now, if you ask me personally, what kind of nation you think has such romance? Well, a lot of people, have their own setup, top 3, top 5 nation that seems to be really, romanticized nation. But my top 3, well, my first pick is actually Russia, the motherland, Russia. 2 is Spain, and 3, guess what? I think the number 3 nation is actually Italian. The sad thing is they're all European nation, but a lot of people would think either the top 2 is actually either the Spain or France. It's either those two for sure, or maybe even Italia. I also think a lot of romance songs, but comes from Russia. Unlike all those nice Mediterranean countries, warm and nice. Despite harsh cold weather of Russia, they have their own strong taste of romance. Now, making relevance to the last song choice, this next song is also jazz, but it's not jazz actually. It's actually orchestra piece, but they call it fusion music because it's this very, very well-known experimental musician called Dmetri Shostakovitch, who attempted to compose a song that is very likelihood to enjoyable to listen during the 1930s style, which has the romance quality, but he also attempt to use the kind of instrument that's not really fit for the orchestra, which is alto saxophone, surprisingly, which is common in jazz, but not really common combination for the orchestra. But Dmitri Shostakovich was able to pull off this odd combination of musical instruments, and in 1938 he newly founded this state jazz orchestra with Viktor Kunevensky, and they composed this music together, and it got some nice this feeling of waltz, as if you're walking not on earth. You feel like your both feet is actually off from the ground, and you're like start dancing. It's really well made piece, and I hope you could get some sense of this strange odd romance that is from the motherland Russia. So please enjoy. This is called the Suite for Jazz Orchestra No. 2 by Shostakovich.